Hi there.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good. What's going on?
Well, I'm a missionary and I take the gospel out to the world, and I'm Todd.
I'm Greer.
Say that again.
Greer.
Greer?
Greer.
Greer?
Greer.
G like G-R? Greer.
Greer.
Is that your first name?
Yes.
That is really neat. So, what do you think of Christianity?
I'm a Christian.
Okay.
I was raised conservative Lutheran.
Okay, so like Missouri
But
Senate?
I'm kind
or-
of the
Are you the black sheep of the family now?
a little bit.
A little bit?
I lean more towards evangelical free.
Oh, so you're like so you would go to an E-free or
I
E-free
go to
church?
an E-free in Winona.
In Winona? Okay. So more of an evangelical, so like you said, evangelical Christian. I want to make sure I'm not, so not evangelical Lutheran Church of America, but
No.
you're like, no.
I grew up in Lutheran,
Okay.
CLC Lutheran Synod.
Oh, it's the wrong thing. I didn't mean to give you that. There you go.
Thank you.
I'm not the Todd on the book. I'm another Todd. I'm the Todd on the card, not the Todd on the book. So, Greer,
Yes.
if you were talking to a stranger, and I know this is going to put some pressure on you, but since you stopped, if you were talking to a stranger and you were pressed because you knew they had like 3 minutes to live,
Interesting.
what should I do to be saved?
A big question.
I've got 3 minutes to live. I'll give you 10. I got 10 minutes to live.
Well, I honestly don't know.
So the gospel, you know the gospel.
Yes.
What's the gospel?
Well, first I would check if he actually knew the Christian faith.
But just, I'm like, I have rejected God my entire life.
Ah.
I'm like, I've never embraced God. I had nothing to do with going to church my whole life. My family didn't teach me anything. But I see a difference in you, Greer. I see that you, every time I try to say something, I see that you really believe in this God you talk about. So what do I have to do? Why are you different? Tell me what you believe and why you believe it, and what is that message? I got 8 minutes left.
Believe that you were saved by the sacrifice of Christ.
Saved from what?
Sin.
You think I'm a sinner?
You're not making this easy.
It's not, is it? But it's good. Is it good for you, isn't it? So, what do you mean I'm a sinner? Like,
Well,
never murdered anybody.
no, just the flaws and the evil of the world were originally caused by the fall into sin
Keep going.
at the
You're doing good.
at the beginning, and that you can't really do anything to save yourself from it. You just have to accept that you are saved by the grace of God, that you are saved by the sacrifice of His Son, and that He was...
Wait, so he killed his own son to save me?
No, that He let His Son die on the cross, and that was the reason that He was put here on this earth. It was to teach us about God's love,
Okay.
His forgiveness, and
No, you're doing
Okay.
fine. I know I put you on the spot, but so please understand, the reason I ask this of professing Christians is because, and can I be really, really honest with you?
yes, you can.
Okay, how old are you, young lady?
I'm 25.
You're 25. So I went from the age of 5
Uh-huh.
until I was 33 telling people I was a Christian.
Okay.
Because when I was 5 years old, I asked my mom, hi there, I asked my mom, what do I need to do to go to heaven?
Okay.
And this isn't her fault, so
Yeah.
don't hear, I'm not blaming her. She did the best she could. And
Yes.
I I'm glad that my mom was a Bible reading, praying, church attending Christian, and I was raised Missouri Center Lutheran. Okay, so you and I might have a lot of similarities. Does that sound kind of
little bit?
So about the age of 5, I asked. I said, "Well, I want to go to. I want to go to heaven when I'm that." And my mom said, "Ask Jesus into your heart." And I did in the back of that car that day. But here's the deal: I went that day. I went that whole day, or not whole day, my whole life until I was 33. I was catechized. I took catechism classes. I took confirmation classes. I took all these different things.
Yep.
I did all this different stuff, trusting in that stuff, never understanding my sin, and never understanding that God's wrath was directed towards me because I had never understood my sins. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I was very, very concerned when I got 33, and I had never heard that stuff before. And there again, not my mom's fault. But I was thankful to hear that message at the age of 33, and I got saved. I heard about repentance. I heard about God's judgment towards sinners. I heard about God's wrath towards sinners. And that really makes us uncomfortable, right? Because we want to talk about God's love.
It does. And that was one of the issues I took with the church I was raised in.
Did you get another call? Good. Did you get another call? Give me just a minute if you would. Is that okay?
What's that?
Can you give me just a minute?
Yeah.
All right. I'll be right back. I'll be right with you. I don't want to be disrespectful to your time, so so I needed to hear about the wrath of God because that's what people are facing in hell. Jesus did absorb wrath, but he absorbed it for people who believe, and people in hell aren't just separated from God.
Yeah.
They're suffering under his wrath in hell. Now, yes, God created hell for disobedient angels, the demons, and Satan. But we get to go there too if we don't die under the grace of God through Christ, having repented and believed the gospel. So what I would compel you with, Greer, if I can, is think about that. Read that, and if you live locally, or even if you don't, even if you want to, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to see, email me, look me up on Facebook. I'd love to have more conversation with you, but I want to make sure I treat them with respect. So.
Okay.
It was nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you
Have
too.
a great day.
You too.